Good morning, my dear students, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program. Friends, I hope you remember we are doing which lesson. I hope you remember we are doing lesson number 4 of your textbook. In some, it is also as per another edition, it is chapter number 3, and in some editions, it's chapter number 4. Irrespective of the number of the chapter, the name of the lesson is same, that is the introduction to the biodiversity. We are doing the lesson biodiversity of biology, one of the most important chapter for examination. Now friends, try to recall what we have done in our previous sessions. Let us have a look at whatever part we have discussed up till now. This is the lesson with which we started, Introduction to Biodiversity. Here is what is biodiversity, what is the meaning of biodiversity, biological diversity, and what does it mean? It simply means that there is a big variety, a big diversity in plants or animals of any particular area or a region. It also means the number or abundance of different species that are occurring within a particular region. If we come to its definition, तो ये उसकी proper definition है जो हमें रट्टा मारनी है. I am telling you, you have to memorize it. कैसे भी करके you have to learn this definition. What is it? It is the variety of the organism on what basis? On the basis of habit, habitat, cell organization, mode of nutrition, mode of reproduction, and the structure. Mode of nutrition में 3 types होता है. Hope you remember saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic. Saprophytic में क्या क्या आता है? It is depending on dead decayed matter. Parasitic में parasitic, if we talk about parasitic mode of nutrition, then in that the organism is obtaining food from host, and host is not benefited but it is harmed. Example is mosquito. Let us move further on the next particular type, and that is the third type, holozoic. In that, whole organism is taken as food. So this is about what is biodiversity, and this is about its definition. And who gave this term? Rosen. 90% of the life form is yet to be explored, and about 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms are known to us. Then came this concept, which is taxonomy. What is taxonomy? It is science which is dealing with identification, classification and nomenclature of the organisms. And who is called as the father of taxonomy? It is Carolus Linnaeus. This is what we had discussed about the biodiversity. Now, why is classification important? Classification is important because biodiversity is endless. You can study the organism very properly if it's properly classified. Even the interrelationship between any 2 different categories can be studied. So in order to cover up the whole range, in order to understand the whole biodiversity, classification is very important. This is about the early classification and the binomial nomenclature, which we are going to study at the end of the lesson. This is what we concluded last time with. What is the evolution and how it is important. Evolution means basically the changes that are occurring in any organism. They are not seen in the same generation, but they are seen in the next generation. And it is not like that कि उसी generation में changes आते हैं. Okay, as we had a discussion कि वो जो red beetles वाला था, या evolution is occurring slowly. Like you're having many particular types of cabbage, wild cabbage, then broccoli. तो ये सब क्या है? It is a form of evolution. ये सब एक particular type के cabbage के ही changes आए and you find it. Organisms are classified into two types, which is primitive and advanced. Primitive means there are no changes or very less changes are occurring, while in advanced they are having complex body design and the changes are occurring a lot. For example, the evolution that has come up with human beings. Then comes hierarchy, which is the system of classification. That is how is the entire क्लासिफिकेशन डन. कैसे किया जाता है ये पूरा क्लासिफिकेशन, ताकि हम छोटे से छोटी चीज़ को लेके बड़े से बड़ी चीज़ तक हम समझ पाए. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल ह्यूमन बींग्स. वी I've taken 3 examples, but among the 3 you are having one in your syllabus. We will do all the 3 and I'll tell you which one is not there in your syllabus and which one is there in your syllabus. ठीक है, but समझने के लिए we have taken more number of examples. This is about the hierarchy. Okay. And in this way you are having the entire system. It's starting from here. Any one species, this species will belong to a genus. That genus will come in under some family. Family will come under some order. Order will come under some class. Class will come under some phylum. That phylum will come under some kingdom. And that entire kingdom will come under one domain. इस तरीके से ये पूरा स्टेप बाय स्टेप पूरा सेट किया जाता है. ओके, हियर इट इज species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Once again, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Once again, okay, we'll revise it 2 to 3 times. उसके बाद आप एक बार लिख लेना. फिर there is even one shortcut to memorize it, but पहले हम लोग ऐसे ट्राई करेंगे उसे लर्न करने की. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. जितना हो सके उतना लेक्चर में ही सब चीज़ें लर्न कर लो, आपके लिए बेटर है. ओके, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. 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 Note down this hierarchy. Then we'll move further. Be quick. I hope you have noted the hierarchy as it is. This is again the most specific one is over here. Species, then genus, family, order, class, phylum, that is the division which is generally used for plants, kingdom, and domain, that is the broadest taxon. See, this is the way we are having one particular species which is Ursus arctos. Okay, you can see how it is looking like. That is coming under the genus of all the Ursus. That is coming under the family of Ursidae. Order is carnivores. They all belong to the Mammalia. They all belong to the phylum Chordata. All belong to kingdom Animalia, and in this way you are having the entire classification. This is the way to remember it. Dumb King Philip came over for gooseberry soup. 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 आपको याद रह गया होगा अभी. Domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. हमने ऐसे लर्न किया था. Now let's move further. This is one more classification which is of human. If we talk about this normal classification, then we all are humans which are called as Homo sapiens. So if we talk about species which is Homo sapiens, तो वो ये है. It is the body proportion of modern humans. Homo, it is belonging to genus Homo, which are having large brain. Then they all belong to family Hominidae, which is adapted to walk erect. They all belong to order primates, which are adapted to climb the tree. They all are belonging to class Mammalia, that is they have hair and mammary glands. They all belong to class Mammalia, that is they have hair and mammary glands. That is the gland. You already know all the mammals, they give birth to the young ones. Coming to phylum Chordata, all these mammalia are coming under phylum Chordata, that is all of them are having a dorsal supporting rod and the nerve cord. All the chordata come under kingdom Animalia, that is they are multicellular, they are motile, that means they move and they take the food. All that come under the domain of eukaryotic, that is they are having cell with nucleus. This is how humans are classified, that is the species Homo sapiens, Homo hominidae, primates, Mammalia, Chordata, Animalia and eukaryotic. This is the way the classification is carried out and these are its characteristics. Again, this is not there in your syllabus, you just have to note it down for your information. Even इसके पहले हमने जो किया XPs का वो भी आपके syllabus में नहीं था. आगे जाके हम we are going to do one thing which is there in our syllabus. Note down this. It is one of the classification of humans. How are humans categorized? So note it down, then we'll move further. Quickly note it down. Be quick, note down. Once again, let us discuss the entire classification of humans. It is this way: species, which is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, which is the body is made up of different proportions of modern humans, and it is belonging to the chain Homo. That is, they are having large brain. All that belong to the family of hominid, that is adapted to walk erectly straight. All that belong to order which is primates, that is adapted to climb trees. All that belong to class Mammalia, that are having hair and mammary glands. All that belong to the phylum Chordata, that are having the dorsal supporting rod and nerve cord. All that belong to kingdom Animalia. मतलब ये पूरा एक चीज़ है, वो किसके अंडर 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 जाके पूरा क्लासिफिकेशन आता है. Animalia are having all those which are multicellular, they are moving, so they need more amount of energy, and there is intake of food, and the proper processing of the food takes place. All that belong to the domain which is eukaryotic domain. दो ही हैं, या तो prokaryotic या तो eukaryotic. That is, they are the cells with nuclei. Here comes your textbook content. Here you are having the definition और उसमें उसका explanation. This is what is belonging to our textbook. बहुत ही आसान है. First of all, you should know the way we try to recall it. That is, the dumb King Philip came over for gooseberry soup. ये तरीका है जो हम लर्न करने के लिए हमने यूज़ किया है. उल्टे से हमने लर्न किया डोमेन से. So very first thing over here is the species. What is species? It is the basic unit of classification, that is of common ancestor. आप एक particular species की बात कर रहे हो, एक ही particular, जैसे कि एक organism, उसमें suppose हम human being, एक organism जैसे we have taken over here the Panthera tigris. Basic unit of classification जो है, that is called as species. All that species, they come under a particular chain, that is, they are having common ancestors, okay, which resemble each other in many features. Here we are having the example of Panthera tigris. This Panthera tigris comes under all the panthers, that is tiger, lion, leopard, etc. Then comes family. Family means it is having one or more similar type of gene. Once again, what is species? It is the basic unit of classification. In genus, they are having common ancestors. Family, it is one or more gene. आगे जाके आएगा class, then it is one or more family. आगे से easy है उसे learn करना. यहाँ से थोड़ा आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. So what is species? Basic unit of classification. Which example we are taking? Panthera tigris. What, in which gene they are coming? They are coming under the gene of panthers. What are panthers? Example is tiger, lion, leopard. You already know the panthers, they are poaching the animals, and the content you already know about what are panthers. So what is species? It is the basic unit of classification. Example which we are taking? Panthera tigris. What do they come under? They come under a particular gene, that is, they are having common ancestors. They resemble each other in many features. And what does Panthera tigris come? In which gene? It comes into the gene of all the panthers. What is the example of panthers? It is tiger, lion, leopard, etc. Now, what do they come under? They come under the family of one or more gene. Now, which is the family which is concerned over here? Here, we are going to talk about the family. That is the family, two particular families they have talked about. Panthera and Felis, that is cat. Both Panther and Felis, they are having retractile claws, એટલે कि नाखूनों वाले उनके पंजे होते हैं. Okay, you all have seen the claws of the panthers. You might have seen आप कितनी सारी जू में गए होंगे या पार्क्स में गए होंगे, वहाँ आपने या इवन फोटोज में भी आपने नोट किया होगा. कैट तो आपने देखी ही होगी. हाउ आर देयर क्लॉज? नाखून होते हैं. All the panthers and felis, they are belonging to the same family and they are having retractile claws. So more than one gene you are having, the gene of Panthera and gene of Felis, and together they'll make a family of retractile claws. Then comes the order. Like for example the Felidae and Canidae. Here, what are Felidae? That is the cats. Canidae, that means the dogs. All that come under a common order which is carnivores. सारे carnivores हैं. Felidae को देखो, Canidae को देखो, Panthera को देखो, सब में common characteristics है that they will feed. They'll not eat घास फूस. Okay, they are carnivores. They depend on other living organisms for their food. All the carnivores, they come under a particular class, that is a group which is related to mammalia, which give birth to the young ones. All the मतलब आप देखो, order is the group of family, class is the group of order, phylum is the group of class, and kingdom is the group of phylum. Phylum की अगर हम बात करें तो all this class they come under a particular phylum, and here it is the phylum Chordata. यहाँ पे इस example में it is Chordata, and all that are coming under a kingdom that is Animalia. 5 ही kingdom है, उनमें से एक भी हम आज नहीं करने वाले हैं. Don't worry. And all that come under one domain which is eukaryotic. This is about the content which we have to do today. आज का यही content है. Once again, आपको पहले ये पूरा नोट डाउन करना है, उसके बाद हम उसका फिर से रिविजन करेंगे. We will try to learn it, and then some basic small information is there that we'll go through. Please note down this content quickly so that we can move further. Be quick, note down the entire content. After noting about the species, note down this. That is the order. Okay. See, this is what Dumb, King, Philip, came over for gooseberry soup. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, domain. इस तरीके से हमने bifurcate किया था. Okay, I hope you are clear with this. Now note down the entire content very quickly. This is very important part. So I hope you have noted down the content. Let's check out the entire thing once again because this is very important part. आपको यही तो पूरा बेस है कि एक पर्टिकुलर स्पीस है वो एक पर्टिकुलर जीन में आता है, एक पर्टिकुलर जीन है वो एक पर्टिकुलर फैमिली में आता है, एक पर्टिकुलर फैमिली है वो एक पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर में आता है, ऑर्डर है वो एक पर्टिकुलर क्लास में आता है, क्लास है वो एक पर्टिकुलर किंगडम फाइलम में आता है, फाइलम है वो एक पर्टिकुलर किंगडम में आता है, किंगडम एक पर्टिकुलर डोमेन में आता है. So this is how you are having the entire thing and this is how we have to memorize species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, domain. Species, it is the basic unit of classification. Example which we are having over here, Panthera tigris. What do they belong to? They belong to a common ancestor, a particular gene. That is, they will resemble each other in many features. Example is the Panthera. All that belong to a particular family which is made up of one or more gene. Here, which are the two more genes? Panthera and Felis, that is cat. And what do both of them have common thing? They have retractile claws. ऐसे पंजे की जिनमें नाखून होते हैं. All that belong to a particular order of two groups, order of carnivores, that is all the Felidae comes in one thing. That is Panthera and cats, all that come in. The cats and Panthera, they are included in this Felidae family. Then comes the Canidae family like that. That is all the dogs. Now, how are all these things together? They all come under carnivores. All that come under a particular class, that is the class of Mammalia. All that come under a particular phylum, that is of chordates. All that come under the a kingdom which is Animalia and all that come under you. So all that, for example, let me give you one very small example कि एक पर्टिकुलर स्कूल है तो स्कूल में ट्रस्टी होते हैं, ट्रस्टी के अंडर यू आर हैविंग द principals of different sections, then under principals there are teachers, and the teachers there are associates, and as in how like the entire system works like that. ऐसे कोई भी पर्टिकुलर कंपनी है उसमें भी ऐसे डिविजन होते हैं, वैसे यहाँ पे है पढ़ने के लिए भी. So like that you are having the divisions. These are some of the basic information regarding the 5 kingdoms, and the basic thing is Carolus Linnaeus उसने he divided everything into 2 particular groups, that is Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. What did Carolus Linnaeus do? He divided everything into 2 kingdoms, Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. But उसमें problem हुआ. What was the problem now? Problem was Euglena and Virus. They were not getting fitted in any group. Euglena and Virus, they were not included in any of the group. Then came bacteria and fungus. They were placed in Kingdom Plantae. तो बैक्टीरिया और फंगाई उनके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और प्लांटे के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है वो उनमें बायोफिकेशन था. So Robert Whittaker came with a solution of 5 kingdom classification जो अभी तक valid माना गया है. Okay, what was the first was who made the first attempt? Carolus Linnaeus. उसने बोला यहाँ तो ऑटोट्रॉफिक या हेटरोट्रॉफिक, आइदर किंगडम प्लांटे और किंगडम एनिमेलिया. बट यूग्लेना एंड वायरस उनके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स तो ना ही एनिमेलिया से मिल रहे थे ना ही प्लांटे से मिल रहे थे. Where to fit them? And another mistake that was done was bacteria and fungi, they were placed in kingdom Plantae, although their characteristics was quite different than the kingdom Plantae. So Robert Whittaker came with the conclusion of 5 kingdom classification. So please note down this content, then we'll move further. Be quick. Now, next is how was the classification done? This is the thing that we'll even study tomorrow in our next lecture. कि क्लासिफिकेशन है वो किया कैसे गया. आज हम सिर्फ बेसिक डिस्कशन करेंगे कि कैसे क्लासिफिकेशन किया गया. First of all, it was the body organization, that is, it is either prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Then came its cell structure, कि उसका सेल है वो कैसा है, यूनिसेल्युलर है या मल्टीसेल्युलर है. Then is the cell wall present or absent? If it is present, then it is of which type? Then comes mode of nutrition. What is mode of nutrition? Either it is autotrophic or heterotrophic. हेट्रो में 3 टाइप. बेसिकली मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन में हमने 3 किए हैं, पर वो हेट्रोट्रॉफिक के हैं. आपको इतना तो आई थिंक बेसिक आपने पढ़ा ही होगा कि आइदर इट इज ऑटोट्रॉफिक और हेट्रोट्रॉफिक. ऑटो मीन्स अपना खाना खुद बनाया, एंड हेट्रो के हमने 3 टाइप्स किए हैं, विच इज सैप्रोफाइटिक, पैरासाइटिक एंड होलोजोइक. Then comes phylogenetic relationships, that is those species that are having common ancestors, उनके बीच में कैसे पूरा तालमेल बैठता है. ये तो लाइक कैटेगरी होती है, जैसे कोई भी चीज़ डिवाइड करनी हो तो हाउ टू डिवाइड इट, आइदर इट ऑन the basis of its price, it is divided, like suppose if you wish to purchase washing machine, तो you see कि वो कितने kg की है. अगर रेफ्रिजरेटर घर में लेना हो तो you see कि वो कितने लीटर्स का है. in the same way एक पर्टिकुलर तरीका होता है. आप अगर कपड़े खरीदते हैं, देन ऑल्सो यू गो फॉर दिस ब्रांड, आई वांट टू गो, दिस साइज आई वांट टू गो. ओके, तो एक समथिंग इज क्लियर इन योर ब्रेन कि हाउ you are going to purchase it, and you are able to decide it because they have classified on that basis. वैसे ही अगर हमें पूरा बायोडाइवर्सिटी को क्लासिफाई करना है, then these are the ways by which it will be classified. This is the chart of it, which will be helpful for us to learn. Any organism, it can be divided into 2 types, either it is prokaryotic or eukaryotic. If it's eukaryotic, then it can be either unicellular or multicellular. Under prokaryotes, we are having just one particular thing, that is bacteria. ओके, मल्टीसेल्युलर में या तो सेल वॉल है या सेल वॉल नहीं है. अगर सेल वॉल नहीं है तो इट इज एनिमेलिया, और अगर है तो वो या तो ग्रीन है और फोटोसिंथेसिस परफॉर्म करता है, दैट इज प्लांटे, एंड नॉन ग्रीन एंड डू नॉट परफॉर्म फोटोसिंथेसिस, दैट इज फंगाई. दिस इज हाउ द एंटायर क्लासिफिकेशन इज कैरिड आउट. ओके, complete classification of any organism is like this. Note down this quickly. Quick. So I hope you have come to know which are the 5 kingdoms. The 5 kingdoms are Animalia, Plantae, Fungi, Protista and Bacteria. And how are they divided, which are the basis of their classification that we have already studied. I hope you remember which part we have done today. आज हमने जो किया वो था, उसमें important part था ये. Dumb King Philip came over for gooseberry soup. This is the way how you can remember it. It is one of the way by which you can easily memorize the content, and even this your textbook example is very important. So that's all my ideas, students, for today. I hope you are clear with the content that is being done. आप totally clear है उस content को. That is my expectation. And we'll move further in our next particular session on the 5 kingdoms basic way. I'll make you learn some of the basic 5 characteristics of any kingdom, and then we'll move further in all the kingdoms in detail. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a very good day. That's all. Bye bye.